Okay, so we're gonna do Ming the Merciless now. This is NECA's King Features original superheroes, and this is another one I've been looking forward to. This time I can actually see the twist tie that's holding him in there. Whereas with Flash Gordon, I just didn't notice it at all. But I'm gonna expect it this time. So again, really nice piece of artwork down here at the bottom. Uh, is the credits on the bottom the same? Okay, I think it is. So I'm not going to read all that again because this video is already going to run long. I know it. So, but if you want to hear the credits, it's on the Flash Gordon video. Go back and watch that again. So, again, really nice piece of artwork of Ming here. He looks nice and evil, nice evil expression, nice kind of wringing of the hands, and like that old school supervillain way. There's a bio on the back, and I didn't read it. Well, that Flash Gordon video was long enough, so I'll go ahead and skip it over on this one too. Maybe I'll read all the bios on the Phantom video. How about that? But I don't have a whole lot of time here, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this guy up. Nice picture of him on the back. Got the logo on the side, logo at the top. Let's go ahead and open it. And hopefully not stab myself in the thumb this time. So there we go. Got him out of there. I like that they didn't tape the cape in like some toy companies I could mention, because I don't like having residue on the capes of my figures. So before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and get this twist tie out of the way, because that's annoying. There, it's done. So that should come right off now. Don't need you. Alright. So we got tape holding these in. Alright, so we got this Ray Blaster, and again, this is a nice metallic sheen. This one looks like it's a little more purple, which I guess is fitting because he's a villain, and purple being like traditionally a villain color in comics. Again, the longer pew pew. I figure all that should work the same way as, because it's the same exact gun. All that should work the same way as with Flash. So I'm probably not going to bother with showing that off again, because, again, you can just watch the Flash Gordon video and it's in that. So, and then, man, lots of different hands for this guy. Way more hands than what Flash Gordon came with. But I guess, being Ming the Merciless, we want to have, you know, those kind of hand-wringing poses. So it's good to have those. Like, I don't even know what they gave. I don't know. I'm not going to take the fists out. They're not going to get used. So, it's got the ring in there. Man, so, like, not only did they give us all these different hands, because it's Ming, and he's going to have that ring, that's, like, lots of different paint apps that they're going to have to put on this hand. And, again, they didn't just paint this thing gold. Like, it's gold with, like, a red gem in it. So they went all out on that. So we're going to take all these hands out. And then, then there's these two gripping hands. Those are going to be the hands that, like, I'm going to wind up leaving on the figure. So, got a left hand and a right hand. It looks like the left hand has the ring on it, and the right hand does not. So, he's got a right hand that can hold a sword, and a left hand that can hold a blaster, and then a right hand, I should say, for the right hand can hold a sword, right hand can hold a blaster, left hand can hold a blaster, and it could probably hold a sword too. And then this one that's more of almost like a spell casting hand, and then the actual figure has two fists. Now, the interesting thing about this is that, looking at the fists on there, you can see that those are just painted gold, because, like, he's wearing gloves, but these extra hands are more like sort of bare hands, And I figure that's because the Filmation figure that, or the Filmation design that this figure is mostly based on, despite it being a comic strip figure, he looked like that in the comic strip too. A lot, like they based the Filmation cartoon on the comic strip, so it could look like either or. It's fine. But on the cartoon, this time I'm just gonna cut these tabs like this, so I don't stab myself in the thumb. Oh, there's like the sheath has a nice chain on it, and look at all that cool paint detailing on there. So that's pretty cool. And then we got this cool sword, and the handguard has almost kind of like this dragon-like quality to it. That's very cool. And again, a lot of paint detailing on this. There's silver and gold and green and black. It's just a whole thing. They went all out on it. So and then this extra head. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that cool? He looks nice and evil. The crazy eyebrows and this. Look at the expression on his face and the gnarled teeth. And oh man, that's so cool. I love that head. That's great. So, and then last but not least, the actual figure itself. And I'm going to be careful as I pull him out of here because I don't want to snag this cape on anything. In fact, I think I'm just going to pull the cape out first entirely. And then let's see if we can get Ming out of the package. And oh man, that's a cool color scheme. This is very reminiscent of how he looked on that Filmation cartoon in the 1970s. If you watched the review that I did of the vintage carded Ming, and like while I appreciated that they made him look like the original figure, I did lament that he didn't look more like this, like how he actually looked on the cartoon. But they were coming out with this figure later on anyway, so he wound up, you know, I still wound up getting it, so now I'm happy. So this fabric is like almost like a spandex type fabric, so it's got a little bit of stretch to it, and you can see that the fabric is glued underneath the collar and underneath these little clasps here, which this Ming had the same clasps and the same collar. It's the same sculpt, but you can see what a difference that the paint job makes. And he looks a lot less naked than this one, which because Mattel just like molded the whole thing in flesh color plastic and did minimal paint apps. And so when they did their homage to Mattel, he winds up looking kind of naked. I think it's even worse on the NECA figure, honestly, just because of how detailed the anatomy is. At least with the Mattel figure, like his anatomy was fairly soft, so it still kind of looked like he was wearing clothes. But it looks awesome, like on this one. Like it just that's a great figure of Ming. So I went over all the articulation in the last Flash Gordon video. So if you want to see the articulation, go watch that one again. Like I said, this is kind of a series, so I kind of don't want to repeat myself. I'm going to take these hands off now because, of course, I want to put these gripping hands on there. I think that's just really cool. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pistol grip for both hands. Because, like I said, he could probably still hold this sword in the pistol grip hand. And I think it would actually probably go even easier into that one. I think I would have less of a hard time fitting it on there than I would with the actual sword hand. It does hold it a little bit more loose, but it holds it. So if you want a tight grip, it's got that sword gripping hand, so that's fine. So there we go. So there's the other pistol grip hand. And then we'll put the pistol in there. It might be the same sort of blue that Flash Gordon had, or it might be a slightly purpler one. I can't really tell. But yeah, he looks really cool holding both of his accessories like that. Let's see. So it does have a peg on here, so we can put the sword sheath onto his belt, and it's got that cool gold chain hanging off of it. But I kind of feel like that's the sort of gold chain where like that should really be what the sheath is hung upon. So yeah. But yeah, lots of cool detailing on that. Lots of cool detailing on the sword. Again, like multiple colors on here. You got a silver blade, got like gold here where the blade meets the hilt. The hilt itself is like, black with like a green handguard, and then more gold at the pommel, and there's actually like a green ring around the gold pommel. So that's like a little bit of extra added detail to it. Almost looks like a planet, like Saturn or something with the ring around it. So that's really cool. And we can probably, I would imagine, I think this fits on here pretty well. It might get knocked off if you were playing with it or something, but it does kind of lock in there. It's not just like a peg, it's like a peg with like a little bit of a lip on it, so that's good. So, oh man, and there's like actually a little gold gem at the tip of the sword. I almost didn't notice that. Or a little red gem. I meant to say red. But yeah, that's cool looking. It does look like I have a little bit of some kind of residue on the blade of mine, but oh well. So there's how the sheath fits on there, and it fits pretty snugly. So that's a really cool piece to have. So man, like remember how I said I liked that Flash Gordon a little bit better than the first Flash Gordon because it had a lot better accessories, and it was accessories that I felt like the first figure should have come with. Well, this one not only has more accessories, but the color scheme is like way better. And again, I don't want to seem like I'm knocking on this color scheme because for what this is probably exactly what this figure needed to be. But if I'm just judging them on which one I like better aesthetically, of course I like the green one much better than the naked one. so so yeah, very much recommend this. Like out of these two, this would definitely be the one that if you could only buy one, I would recommend this one. I don't have, unfortunately, the Defenders of the Earth version of Ming, which I think is really awesome. And I suppose if I had that one, like that one could give this one a run for its money because I do really like that design. But I really like this one too. Uh, they both I think capture the flavor of the character as Alex Raymond created him. So so yeah, they both get a recommend, or this one gets a recommend from me. That one gets a recommend too, but for different reasons. That one I think is a little more niche as far as that one goes. I think if you just want a cool figure of Ming in general, this would be the one to go with. I do kind of wish I'd left that one on the package now, since that was some really cool packaging. I might try to get another one and just leave him on the package. I don't know. So anyway, since I skipped over a lot of the stuff that I already talked about with Flash, this wound up being a shorter video. But I think I'm still going to do the Phantom tomorrow, since I want to devote a little bit more time to that one. And I'll probably wear this same shirt because I have reasons to do that. But don't think I'm just wearing the same shirt like day in and day out, because I'm just gonna take this one off and wear another shirt for the rest of the day today, and I'll put this one back on when I do the video tomorrow. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this time. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and all the fun YouTube stuff down below, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this figure. Talk to you next time. Bye.